For the YCN project, we decided to use Fedrigoni. They're a paper company. For the brief, they wanted us to use either their paper or something incorporating paper to create a piece that could be shown in their new store. For this, we decided that we would create 4 main headpieces using paper, then to create them into posters, but furthermore create them into animations that could also be used in their shop space.
When researching for the poster, we discovered lots of previous branding and previous entries for the YCN. We noticed that lots of them had lots of colour and small, subtle fonts. We looked at what font they used and discovered it was one that we could access as well. We decided to look into making paper dresses, paper headpieces, and just having high quality fashion items. After looking at artists, we discovered that making a dress would be too difficult. I looked at some other research and found an artist called Sinan who just did headpieces, and the concept of having just a head fitted in with our idea.
We looked at Kwai Hu as a photographer and headpiece artist, and she created a range of origami headpieces that represented mythological Chinese creatures. We found that the studio pieces here reflected really well what we wanted to convey in our final portraits.
They'd send me things through Google Drive and I'd give quite honest feedback, whether I liked it or not, or I felt it was professional enough, or that if even the company would like it.
When it came to actually communicating with our group, we used Facebook quite a lot with the group chat to discuss and kind of finalise our ideas. But the problem we had with this is that it was very hard to get our ideas across without it sounding rude or blunt and actually portraying what we wanted to do. We encountered a lot of problems within the shoot itself. Due to the size of them, we actually found that they structurally couldn't hold themselves for this long. This is shown with Andy's piece especially, because we found that the way that his headpiece was angled, that actually it wouldn't hold up straight. So to counteract this, we decided to paper over the back of him so that it could support itself.
My role within this project was to direct and edit the 5-minute documentary. When it came to editing the documentary, I encountered quite a few issues, one of which was to do with the interviews. We recorded the audio and the visual at the same time but using different devices, so this meant that I had to link up both the audio and the image together. To solve this, I ended up using the audio that had come from the camera to link up with the audio from the recording device. I helped out with filming the prototype shoot and also filming the actual studio shoot for the headpieces.
As well as directing, I did quite a bit of the editing of most of the stilled images. And I started giving examples to the girls of how the font would be. Some of them had like a gradient of like black to white over the text. Then everyone's had like more of an indent or an inner shadow. And I gave like quite a few examples of like how Fedrigoni, like the logo would be on the side or above, like kind of what they wanted with the shop front and the address and the opening times.
And once I had the photos edited, I could then put my animation on top and edit everything in time. For stop motion, I used Fedrigoni's paper and created 3 keywords: create, imagine, design. These would fly across the long animation I made. I used After Effects and Photoshop. This process was fairly quick and easy. My main trouble was deciding what part of the image I would animate that would complement the image. Getting the right ratio between too much animation and not enough was really difficult. I had to do many versions and then send these versions to the group. They would then give me feedback, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to alter them slightly. I'd have to start the whole animation again. This would entail having lots of versions of the same animation, which made it very difficult to keep track of the one I was happy with. Once I was happy with the animation, I could then export it into Premiere Pro.
We did a few first tester strips to make sure that the lighting and the exposure would be right for the print, and also converted the colour profiles to make sure they were compatible with the main printer.